Okay, so I am going to do some getting to know me questions. Who is your hero? My hero would be my mom because without her, I would not know how to do my hair. She always kept me together, so it's like every time, when I was younger and I went to school, without her, man, I think I would go to school just a mess and I wouldn't be able to focus. Just because she kept my hair together every single day since I was younger to elementary, middle school, high school, I was always in braids. She always kept my hair together. Without her, I would not be able to focus in school. So I feel like she was my hero. Number two, if you could live anywhere, where would it be? Um, I never really thought about that question. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe we can browse through the country maps real quick. Cause I don't know. In New York, I will live in New York because I feel like it's a lot of opportunities there. So if I was in a position to move there or I had the opportunity to live there, I would definitely go there because, like I said, it's a lot of opportunities for me as a person and as a creator and as an artist and as a writer. I feel like that's where I belong. Plus, their expression, they know how to express themselves. Like, fashion, they can dress any type of way, wear boots, hat, gloves in the summertime, like it's wintertime. I would. That's where I would go because I feel like I have I will be in the best position of expressing my dreams or chasing my dreams or going for what I believe in or dream wise because that's what we were taught. We were taught, go to New York if you want to chase your dreams, go here, go there, but specifically New York. I don't know if that was true, but if it was true, that would be the only reason why I would go to New York. But like I said, I like different. So, and New York give off different vibes. Um, Other than that, I think I would just move to a different. I will move to a different country because of climate change as well. I would like to get to. I would like to adapt somewhere else. I've been in Ohio, United States for all my life, and I just want to experience a different atmosphere. Maybe I would experience change. When you're set in a specific location and you're set in a specific way, you don't really get to explore. I mean, just step out of your comfort zone and just you know figure out who or what you can um who you can become, um, how far you can go. You just don't get to. You don't fully know. You know, especially skincare and stuff like that, hair care and stuff like that. It also depends on the climate as well. Sometimes I feel like sometimes people don't grow because they're in a specific climate, and I feel like sometimes climate change matters a lot. It's always I experience every seasonal weather. Maybe I will next time, maybe I will go to a location where it doesn't rain as much because I used to like the rain when I was little, but now that I'm older, I don't like the rain. you know, maybe it won't rain as much, or um, yeah, just experience a different location. That's if I was to live anywhere, it would be, somewhere where not in the United States. That's where. Um, yeah, I'm thinking about that question. Okay, so what is your biggest fear? My biggest fear would be singing in public, I guess. Singing in public, going out singing, just singing, period, in public. Like, it can be me walking down the street and somebody's walking right there and me singing. Yeah, I feel like that's one of my biggest fears. What is your favorite family vacation? I got a few places, but one of my favorite family vacations would be Kalahari. I'm going to Kalahari. That was one of my favorites. Um, we spent the whole. I think it was it might have been 3 days, 3 days or probably 5 days, because we was there, but then we was going to another place right after there. So that was a part of the vacation. So yeah, I feel like Kalahari was my favorite family vacation. What would you change? What would you change about yourself if you could? Um, I would change. There's two things that I would change about myself. Um, I feel like one of those things go just a little bit too deep. But if I was to choose one, I would just say, I guess my hair. And I would change my hair where I never received the perm. And I feel like my hair got that chance and got that opportunity, more so of a chance, that chance to flourish. Because I feel like my hair never got the chance at all. I received a perm when I was probably like, I think 6 years old, if that. I received a perm, so my hair never got a chance. So that is something I would change about myself. What really makes you angry? Um, People who frustrate me. People makes me angry. People that don't understand me and don't try to understand me. People in general. I can just say people. Yeah, makes me angry. I'm not a people person. People makes me angry. What motivates you to work hard? Having a visual, having a plan. If I don't have a plan, it's kind of misleading me, or I don't I have no sense of direction, so therefore I'm not going to work hard towards something I can't. I'm not, I don't know what's the end game of it. So yes, seeing, giving, having some type of visual about what's to come out of something, of that, about the outcome of something. Um, and I have to be passionate towards it. So if I'm passionate, that's my motivation to work hard. I'm going to work hard regardless if I'm passionate towards it. So that's my motivation. What is your favorite thing about your career? Um, the scenery, um, engagement. That I said I wasn't a people pleaser, but at the same time, I do. I don't know. I guess the I get to strengthen my abilities, my skills. I get to always progress. I can always There's always growth in areas, like, okay, so you're in one career field and you can level up to the next. So you can start off in one area, and then you can also, end up doing something else, but progressing it in that area. One thing leads to another, so it's like you always have that step of leveling up. You don't have to stay where you're at. You have that chance to level up. So let's say I am a school teacher. Eventually I could possibly be the principal. Something like that. The little steps that makes a big impact in your life or in your career. What is your proudest accomplishment? Um, the day, and this don't really relate to. I don't think people, they just like, what? That's just something so small. But the day I ran on a treadmill for about 15-20 minutes, if that, I was gone. That's the first time I ever just, was consistent in running. I ran and I ran, and I didn't know I can do it, but I did it, and it just felt so good. It was to a point where I thought running on the treadmill was so hard, or running general was so hard. Because you get tired and you're thinking, and that's the thing about me. I think too much and I think too much. But that day, when I ran on the treadmill, I wasn't thinking about nothing. And I was just going with the flow. I was going and I was going. And I just felt like a track star. I felt good. That was the most proudest moments. Proudest accomplishments. What is your child's proudest accomplishment? Um, I wouldn't be able to tell you. My daughter is 10 years old. She she tried a lot of things, but she never really boasts about. And I guess drawing. She likes to draw. So when she draws something, I feel like that makes her proud. Um, she plays basketball. She does cheerleading, but she never really talk about any of those things. So I wouldn't. I guess just drawing or something she handcrafts. Like one time she made a crochet. She was working on a crochet blanket for her little brother, and like I said, she's 10 years old. And she's making a crochet blanket. So she's working on a crochet blanket for her brother, her father's child, not my child. Um, So that's one of she likes to do something, you know, unique. She's more of a unique type person. So yeah, I feel like that's one that can be one of her proudest accomplishments. My son, I can speak for him. My proudest accomplishments for him would be him reading. I was just so amazed when I heard he can read. So he's in first grade, but at the same time, it's just like the little steps you take with your child, and you're sitting there and you know, you're witnessing this, and it's like, wow, I was right there when you couldn't read, and now you're reading, you're doing this, you're doing that. Um, Next step would be him getting him to ride his bike, but he's a little bit too young right now. He's too small, but stuff like that, proudest accomplishments of my children that moves me. Um, yeah. What is your favorite book to read? I like personal growth books. Any books that can elevate me or stimulate my mind or that could help me going forward, you know. Personal growth books is my favorite books. What makes you laugh the most? A serious person. You know how the most serious people just tend to have the best sense of humor because they're so serious. It's funny because they're so serious. Um, Something else that makes me laugh would be, I don't know. I think that's about it, honestly. What was the last movie you went to? What did you think? It was Candyman. Candyman, the newest Candyman. I liked it because it reflected a lot on the first Candyman, so it went off of that. It's a lot of movies that don't go off of the last movie. That movie went off of the last movie, so it's like, and it's a lot of, and sometimes I don't approve of a movie, especially if the characters don't seem aren't the same. So it's like the fact that kind of, but the fact that it reflected on the past on the last movie, I kind of got a glimpse of what of accepting that of how to accept this movie. So, but the guy, it said, "What do you do?" Okay, so the guy in the Candyman movie, he was more of an artist. So he was an artist, and he made this. It was so amazing because he made a story line out of Candy's Man, based on Candyman, the first Candyman, and he had all these mirrors telling the story behind this one mirror. So you open this mirror and it leads to all of these different mirrors, and that was completely that was amazing to me. Um, and then so he was an artist, and then he also had I think his spouse was an artist as well, or she just supported him. I'm not sure. But the more the movie went on, well, the more he created, the more he got this this he was having some type of illness or some type of something going on with his hands. Like his hands was experiencing some type of, I don't know what it was, but it was something that was forming on his hands. The more he created, the more he created. Um, so that gave me a lot of insight. But the best part about the movie was his his display in the art gallery of the mirrors. I love that. I was like, wow, that is like really really amazing. That just, you know, that was the best artwork I ever seen. And it wasn't, and he also painted, Like he painted when you opened, it was more so about the mirrors. But I wasn't really the fact that he painted, like I wasn't into his paintings. I was more about his mind, how his mind worked to even put that together. So it was amazing to me. That was the I think the Candyman. I don't know what it was called, but it's the just a remake of the Candyman, the second Candyman. I'm gonna see what it's called. I guess it's just Candyman. You know how every new movie always have an an extra, something extra they want to add to it. Some an extra name or something like that. It's just Candyman, the second Candyman, I guess. What did you want to be when you grew up? Hold on, no. What did you want to be when you were small? Okay. When I was small, I wanted to be. What did I want to be? I think I wanted to be a singer because I remember always singing and making dance routines with my two best friends. That was when I was a little bit older though. So if I go back a little bit more, I don't know what I want to be. Oh, and then there was a time where my stepdad had an influence on me and was like, "Well, you could be a model." And then eventually, I wanted to be a model. But when I was younger, I want to be a writer. I think that's what I want to be. I want to be a writer because the singing didn't start until like middle school. So going from elementary, yeah, writing was my skill. I want to be a writer. When I was younger, I was adventurous. Like I wanted to explore. I was always outside. I was an outdoors type person. So I would say, science plays a lot in that role. I like just being in nature. And eventually, I started writing. When I moved away from, where I was raised, we moved to a different side of town, and that's when I just wanted to be a writer. So I feel like, nature just um has a place in my heart. Period. So yeah, I think I just want to be a writer overall. Um, what does your child want to be when he or she grows up? I have no idea, but I can see. Let me see. If I was to guess, um, I guess my daughter would be more so of. I feel like she would probably run her own business, honestly, because like she likes to draw. She likes to, craft. She's crafty. So maybe and she, her own businesswoman. Should be her own businesswoman. Um, yeah, that's how I see her life. Nothing boring because she's more, you know, spontaneous. She's different. So my son, I will see him more in like a technical, either technology or working with cars or even being a one behind the wheel, some type of motor. He's more of a motor type person. He's motor, um, motors. He's he's about his motor skills, but at the same time he's more tech savvy. So something with two and two, put those two together. Um, yeah. What is your favorite game? If you could choose to do anything for a day, what would it be? Choose to do anything for a day, what would it be? Exercise. I would go to the gym and I would exercise probably for a whole day. I don't care because that's what I like to do. I would go to a gym and I would exercise. I would swim because some gyms have pools. I would swim. That's my activity center right there. That's everything. All in one. That's the full package. I would just do that for a whole day. Keep me active because that's what I'm not doing now. There's not I'm not I would like to be active for a whole day that goes beyond walking. I don't just want to walk to the store or do this or you know, I want to actually, you know, get active, be active all day with those type of machineries and stuff like that around me that I can do everything, yeah, everything done at once because that's me. I like to get everything done at once. So one day, one full day in a gym in fitness center, swimming, um sometimes they have spas, sometimes you got your treadmills, you got all that. That's my place. That's where I'm good. I'm good right there. So yeah, that's what I would do. Um, and that's probably not what it like. Most people would be like, I would go to Florida. I would go, to hookah, this and that. But honestly, I like anything that's going to give me some type. I like growth. I like growth. Period. No, that's just what it is. Um, Something that'll benefit me, help me, work on myself. What is your favorite game or sport to watch and play? My favorite game to watch. I can tolerate basketball because like I'm not really a person to sit there and watch a game. There was a point in time where I could watch, volleyball, I could watch basketball. I gotta turn on some music while I'm watching because I'm not about to listen to them because I don't know what's going on. So I guess if I listen to music while I'm watching the sports, then I can just really just chill out and see what's and just watch it. Probably basketball and volleyball. I will watch those two sports. But the sport that I would play would be volleyball. I would watch baseball too though. I would watch all sports. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't because I wouldn't watch that certain sport. So I will watch basketball and I'll watch volleyball. I will watch baseball, but only for a short period of time because I don't like watching. I like playing. I'm a player. I don't like watching. So like I said, my favorite sport was volleyball. That was my favorite sport. Would you rather ride a bike, ride a horse, or drive a car? I never rode a horse before. Well, I just wanted to though. I think I would ride a horse. I would rather ride a horse because I like nature. So it's just being out in nature. Even though I know I don't have any experience, I think I would prefer to ride a horse over a car, any bike. I like driving though. I do like driving. Um, but I would ride a horse. You know, for so many reasons. Would you rather ride a? Oh, so that was question 20. Would you sing at karaoke night? I would. I feel like I got the guts to do it. I would. Even though that's my biggest fear, I feel I worked on that a little bit. When you sing behind closed doors, it's a lot of people that actually hear you. So you just think about it in that way. You singing, in an apartment building full of people and and you know that your walls are thin and you're still singing. Yeah, I will close my eyes and imagine me singing in my apartment with a whole bunch of people in my apartment building, and I'm pretty sure I would get through it. So yes, I will sing at karaoke night. What two radio stations do you listen to in the car the most? 88.1 and 96.5. Which would you rather do? Wash dishes, mow the lawn, clean the bathroom, or vacuum the house? I grew up washing dishes. That was the thing I did the most. I always wash dishes. You know how you got your week of dishes and your sister got their week of dishes. I feel like I was always on dishes the most. So I would say vacuum the house. I would vacuum the house. Cleaning the bathroom, that's not my cup of tea. Mowing the lawn, oh no. So yeah, it's more of taking a break from the dishes. I will vacuum the house. Um, Speaking of vacuum, I need a new vacuum. Honestly, so I'm gonna be sweeping now until I get the new vacuum. So yeah, I would vacuum the house. If you could hire someone to help you, would it be with cleaning, cooking, or yard work? Um, Yard work. If you could only eat one meat for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oh, one meal. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? It's a good question. One meal for the rest of my life. I said salad, but I'm just now learning. Like a lot of the leaves, you know, a lot of salads are different. I would have to go with one specific salad, and even then, if you, it's just this salad that I recently made kind of turned my stomach. So I don't think I would go with salad. So maybe I would say um I want to say pasta, but chicken. I'm gonna just say chicken. Chicken because chicken is good. You know, you can add any type of sauce you want to. I would say chicken. Um, I guess I'm stuck between pasta and chicken because they got pasta got that starch. So it's like you can't go wrong with pasta. And you can always add vegetables and stuff. Anything you want to it, you can add. Um, Plus that's just I'm thinking of one meat, but it's saying one meal. So a meal would be chicken, vegetables. You gotta have one specific meal that has every. I would say pasta. I'm gonna say pasta. Because like I said, you can make casserole and stuff like that. So a meal, I would say pasta. Um, who is your favorite author? Uh, my favorite author is Eckhart Tolle. No, the most I'm familiar with because I grew up reading, his books. So yes, Eckhart Tolle is my favorite author. Um, I bought a lot of his books, but I don't have them with me. Um, But I would go read. I would rebuy his books. So yes, that is my questionnaire, just to take my mind off everything for a little bit. And that is it. 25 questions of getting to know me. Have a nice day.